All done. Thank you. Madam Clerk.
Newsom signed the bill surrounded by housing advocates. It aims to help cash-strapped renters and homeowners avoid evictions and foreclosures.
Roughly 8 million of us in the state of California are renters that have deep anxiety every 1st and 15th of the month.
This coming just after the governor signed the strictest rent cap bill in the nation. Newsom says these are necessary measures to deal with an extreme crisis.
We're living in a state where over 30% of Californians are spending, or roughly 30% are spending 50% of their income. 50% of their income on rent, which is an extraordinary number.
The governor says spending that much on housing is a recipe for disaster.
That means they have no money to set aside for uncertainty. And that's why so many people end up out on the streets. We wonder what the hell's going on in this state as it relates to homelessness. It's about affordability. We have created this mess. It's not very complicated. It's 7th grade Econ 101. Supply-demand imbalance. Not enough supply, huge demand, increased costs.
Newsom says the solution is in plain sight: build more housing, something that cities need to get behind.
It happens at the local level. 470 plus cities, 58 counties doing their job. And I say lovingly and respectfully, doing their job. And that is building more density around transit corridors.
10 cities in San Diego County recently voted against a proposal requiring them to plan for a lot more housing.
No city ever would like to say, give me a number to build. They all say I'm built out. No city is built out.
SANDAG is the agency implementing housing mandates from the state. Their executive director says cities need to stop pointing fingers and take responsibility.
And every city have to do their part so you don't push things around. Every city has to build for future generations.
And if they don't?
We're not just talking about people going into debt because they can't afford housing. They're going out on the streets, or in some ways, for me, most indignant part, they're leaving the state altogether. How many kids cannot afford to live in the home they grew up in?
Matt Hoffman, KPBS News.